Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is good?
Good evening, esteemed faculty, friends, family, and of course, my fellow graduates. I would like to warmly welcome each and every one of you to North Tampa Christian Academy's graduation ceremony for the class of 2026. Whether you have traveled across town or across the country to be here, your presence alone makes this milestone significantly more meaningful. My name is Haley Menon, and I'm honored to stand before you tonight as a salutatorian of this incredibly hardworking class. However, I'm especially honored to say that I'm able to share this achievement with a dear friend of mine, Sophia Jones, who's given nothing but her all in trying to make this year unforgettable for each and every one of us, and who has also very graciously spent most of her time driving me to and from places. And I'm sorry, I still don't have my license, but hey, at least you don't have to worry about that anymore. Tonight, we are here to celebrate and recognize the outstanding achievements and final chapter of NTCA's class of 2026. But first, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the people who have accompanied us throughout this 4-year-long journey. To the teachers and staff who have poured so much time, patience, and care into our lives. Thank you for cleaning up after us, putting up with our jokes, and guiding us towards the best versions of ourselves. Truthfully, we wouldn't be on the stage today without your help. To the proud parents, grandparents, siblings, and friends joining us tonight, as well as those supporting us from afar. Thank you for your endless love, support, and sacrifices, from watching homework turn into college applications and early morning practices to college tours. You have truly been there every step of the way, and there's nothing more meaningful than knowing that those who have helped us through our toughest challenges are also able to celebrate our final triumph of high school alongside us. As we continue through the ceremony, I hope we take a moment to appreciate how far we've come together and how many more opportunities lie ahead. I know I said that tonight is for recognizing accomplishments, but I also want to emphasize that tonight we also celebrate the friendships and experiences that have made these 4 years so special. Before I conclude, I want to once again congratulate my fellow graduates on their countless achievements. Thank you for being a friend, even if all you did was ask me for an assignment. And thank you for being patient. I promise I'm almost done. On behalf of the class of 2026, thank you all for being here tonight, and welcome to our graduation ceremony.
All right, good evening, and if I can invite all you guys to pray. Dear God, we thank you for this special day and for bringing us all here together. Thank you for every student, every family, and every teacher who helped us reach this moment. We are grateful for the love, support, and sacrifices our families have given us. Bless them for standing by us through every challenge and success. As we graduate, guide each of us into the future. Keep us grounded in faith, united in love, and hopeful in all things. Watch over our journeys and remind us we are never alone. We place our future in your hands. Amen.
Tonight is a very special evening as we celebrate North Tampa Christian Academy's graduating class of 2026. For many of our seniors, this journey together began long before high school. I have had the privilege of serving both as their teacher and your principal, dating all the way back to 6th grade. That means I have watched many of you grow from energetic middle schoolers into young women and men ready to take your next steps in life. And what a journey it has been. We've shared a lot of laughter together. We've celebrated victories, worked through challenges, learned lessons both inside and outside the classroom, and created memories that I know many of us will carry for years to come. It has truly been one of the greatest joys of my life to watch this class grow in maturity, character, faith, leadership, and perseverance. Class of 2026, you've left your mark on North Tampa Christian Academy. Some of you left literal marks, such as sprinklers. That's an inside joke. Tonight, I also want to recognize you, the parents and families seated here. This moment is your moment as well Thank you for your continual support, sacrifice, prayers, encouragement, car rides, tuition payments, late nights, early mornings, attendance at games, performances, and for trusting in TCA and our faculty to partner with you in the education and spiritual development of your children. Your investment has mattered deeply, and tonight is evidence of that faithfulness. Graduates, as you leave this campus and begin the next chapter of your lives, I want to leave you with a simple challenge. Here's the challenge. See a need, meet a need. See a need, meet a need. Our world desperately needs young people who look beyond themselves. Social media constantly pushes the message that life is about attention, followers, appearances, status, and self-promotion. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok often encourage people to ask, how can I build my platform? How can I get more looks and more likes? But Jesus taught us something different. He taught us to ask, how can I serve others? One of the greatest lessons you can learn in life is this: see a need, meet a need. We'll come back to that. Sometimes the greatest difference you make will not come from standing on a stage or receiving recognition. It will come from quietly helping someone who is hurting, encouraging someone who feels alone, serving at your church, helping a coworker, supporting your family, or choosing kindness when others choose selfishness. The world does not simply need more successful people. It needs more servant-hearted people. In Galatians 5:13, the scripture says, serve one another humbly in love. That verse is simple, but it carries tremendous power. See a need, meet a need. Right, Rodrigo? Okay, yeah. If you live your life with humility, compassion, integrity, and a willingness to serve others, God will use you in incredible ways. Class of 2026, I believe you are ready. You've demonstrated the characteristics of what it means to be a North Tampa Christian Academy Titan. You've shown resilience, leadership, school spirit, faith, perseverance, and care for one another. Those qualities matter far more than titles, awards, or accomplishments. As you move forward into college, careers, ministry, military service, and all the opportunities ahead, never forget where you came from and never underestimate the impact you can have on others through simple acts of faithfulness and service. And please know this: the families that are in front of you, the staff that are behind you, and your friends and family are here to support you and cheer for you all the way through. No matter where life takes you, you will always be a part of the Titan family. We're proud of you, we believe in you, and we're excited to see what God has in store for your future. Class of 2026, see a need, meet a need for the Lord. Do it for the Lord. May God bless each of you. May God bless the class of 2026. And may God continue to bless North Tampa Christian Academy. Thank you. At this time, I want to welcome up Marilee Wyatt. She is an Associate Superintendent from the Florida Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Yes, thank you. Yes, yes. Many of you know Miss Wyatt.
Hello, everybody, and good evening. I bring you greetings and congratulations and thanks from the Florida Conference Office of Education and our Superintendent, Frank Reynolds. And that's the official spiel, but this is the personal spiel is that I've already cried over this graduation once this week, and I don't even have a kid up here, so I'm going to try to contain myself. But I was part of the NTCA crew in year 0 when we broke ground, and was here through the building of the preschool, and then became vice principal and then principal to some of these very kids, and even more than that. Was around when some of them were in 1st and 2nd grade, and one of them I was their kindergarten teacher for. So it is a great privilege and honor to be here with them and with their families today. I want to thank the administration and the faculty at NTCA. I'm a teacher. It's a really hard job. Sometimes it feels thankless, And I just want to say thank you. We value what you do. I want to thank the families because they didn't get here on their own. Even though today's about them, it's also about you. I am also a mother of a graduate from NTCA 3 years ago. And I know it's a sacrifice of your time and of your resources. And it's not always pretty, because it's really not, right? We thank you sincerely as an office, as a school, for entrusting your children to us, for partnering with us in this journey. And most of all, the graduates, congratulations. I hope that today you feel the love from this community, from your teachers, from your parents, but more than anything, I hope you leave well prepared for whatever God has for you, right? But more than anything, I hope you leave knowing that God is for you all of the time. When you mess up, and you're going to, when you are a success, and you're going to, it doesn't matter. Highs and lows, God is for you. If you don't remember anything else, remember that. Thank you and congratulations.
What a time to come together and celebrate. To be able just to come to relish a rare moment. This is the last time you'll be together, just like this. Because after this, you're going to be in college. You'll no longer be in high school. This is it. And it's a privilege to be able to come together as graduates, families, faculty, and friends. And our hearts are filled with joy, gratitude, pride. And I know for some parents, there is mild financial panic as you look ahead as what might be next. But yet here we are. We get to celebrate. It wasn't all that long ago that many of you, as you went to school for the first time, you wore backpacks that were bigger than your bodies. You began to learn about the alphabet and about numbers. And then you grew up and you began to learn about different levels of math and different playgrounds as you grew and mature in the social, then going through surviving middle school, which deserves its own spiritual gift title. But now you are here for whatever reason. God brought all of you together to make the class of 2026 at NTCA. When you think of all the places that each of you have lived or served or been, but you're here together as a class right now. And we get to celebrate with you. So tonight I'm going to give you just a little charge. First, I want to remind you that love God more than the world's applause. You are entering a time that you are well acquainted with that is obsessed with followers, likes, images, and instant success. But remember, your worth has never depended on a screen, a salary, or a status symbol. Remember that Jesus changed the world with 12 people, and he did not have a social media account. So stay grounded in your faith. Read scriptures even when life gets busy. Pray when you feel confident, and pray when you feel confused. Stay connected to a church community. The habits right now that you build will now shape the person you become later. The second thing I'd like to focus on is be a person of character. Talent may open doors for you, but character will determine should you stay in the room. Be honest when cheating would be easier. Be kind when sarcasm is more popular. Be dependable in a generation that often confuses freedom with irresponsibility. And remember, adulthood is not just posting inspirational quotes online. It also includes things like paying bills, doing laundry, and discovering that groceries somehow cost $84 even when you only bought 6 items. Third, don't be afraid to fail. Not every plan of yours is going to work. Not every prayer will be answered the way you expect. Some of your greatest growth is going to come from your disappointments. You know, I think of the biblical character Peter. If he had waited until he had been through the right classes, certain that he could walk on water, he would still be in the boat. But no, he stepped out. Because you see, faith often requires movement before certainty. Don't be afraid to fail. Fourth, serve others. The world will encourage you to ask, how can I get ahead? Christ teaches us to ask, how can I help? The strongest leaders are servants. The most influential people are often the most humble. Be the person who includes others, encourages others, stands up for others. In a world that can feel increasingly angry and divided, be known for grace and truth. And finally, remember who you are. You are not just graduates. You're young men and young women, created in the image of God, called to live with purpose and integrity. Some of you will become doctors, teachers, business leaders, missionaries, engineers, parents, artists, pastors, entrepreneurs, CEOs of companies, or maybe even airports. Some of you still have no idea what you're doing next, and judging by some of the faces that I saw coming up, that realization hit you about 20 minutes ago, but that's all right. That is okay. God's calling is often revealed just one faithful step at a time. So, class of 2026, here's my charge to you. Walk humbly, think deeply, laugh often, work hard, love people well, be thankful, and wherever life takes you, make sure the presence of Christ goes with you. The staff, administration, your parents, we're proud of you, every one of you. And we cannot wait to see the steps that God is going to go with you, and wherever that may be. So congratulations, graduates. Go forward in faith. We're proud to have you as Titans, class of 2026.
Good evening, faculty, family, friends, and the graduating class of 2026. I am honored to be standing in front of you all, speaking on behalf of our class during a moment we have talked about since the beginning of our high school careers. Our class has come a long way since we first walked through the doors of Building 7. As freshmen, young, and with no money in our class account, we were determined to make the best out of what felt like an endless 4 years of high school. To give you a glimpse into our freshman year, we were the kind of freshmen who jumped into ponds during biology class because they looked shallow, leaving a specific someone soaked and smelling like pond water for the rest of the school day. Looking back now, I think that pretty much sums us up as a class. We may not have always known what we were doing, but we always found a way to make things memorable. When sophomore and junior year rolled around, things started feeling more serious. Classes became harder, responsibilities grew, and suddenly everyone expected us to know exactly what we wanted to do with the rest of our lives. At the same time, our class was still trying to figure out how to raise money. We spent 2 years fundraising for what would end up being our senior trip to Georgia, and after all the planning, selling, and stress, it ended up becoming one of the most memorable experiences of our high school years. Looking back, I honestly think the struggle of trying to make enough money was half the experience. Even then, our class still found ways to make ordinary moments memorable. Some of my favorite memories came from moments none of us planned for, like me and Haley staying up until 3 in the morning in San Francisco, laughing at absolutely nothing for longer than we should have. I think those moments mattered more than we realized at the time. Somehow, senior year arrived out of nowhere. I think senior year felt like a fresh start for our class. Senior sunrise especially changed something. For the first time in a while, it felt like everyone slowed down enough to really enjoy being around each other. Despite all the big trips, stressful moments, and events through high school, it was always the smaller moments that mattered most. Spending hours at the pool in Clearwater just talking, random trips to BJ's for Pazookies, Coach Iverson taking us on late night walks in New York and Georgia, as well as making hot butter bean some of the funniest moments of senior year. And of course, we cannot forget the exciting urban air trip Daciel so kindly took us on. At the time, those moments felt normal, but now standing here at graduation, those are the memories I know we will remember for years now. Not the assignments, the tests, or the stressful deadlines, but the moments where we laughed and forgot for a little while that this chapter of our lives was coming to an end. And now, the moment we talked about for 4 years is finally here. The people we have seen every single day are about to head in completely different directions, and I think that is both exciting and a little bit difficult to accept. But no matter where life takes us, I will always be grateful for the memories, friendships, and moments that we made these 4 years unforgettable. So, to the class of 2026, thank you for making these years worth something remembering. Congratulations, everyone, we made it.
Good evening, administrators, teachers, families, and most importantly, NTCA's class of 2026. My name is Hayden Anderton, and I'm honored to stand before you today as a valedictorian of the class of 2026. It is a privilege to be speaking on behalf of this class. When I first realized I have to write this speech, I wanted to be perfect. I drafted at least 100 thrown-out speeches. I kept thinking I needed to capture everything perfectly, but I realized high school wasn't perfect. Not for me, not for any of us. So maybe this speech doesn't need to be perfect either. Maybe it just needs to reflect who we are, a class that learned to take what we were given and turn it into something meaningful. I think we all remember freshman year, walking in at 15, the hallways feeling bigger than they actually were, and the future feeling impossibly far away. It felt like it would last forever, and now here we are wondering how did it end so quickly. Time, curious time, is funny like that. It speeds up when we want it to slow down and lingers when we're ready to move on. It's been a long time coming to get here, so before anything else, take this moment and taste it. Tonight is the night we forgot the deadlines, the pressures, and the constant sense that we're always racing towards something just out of reach. We counted days to get this moment, and now that we're here, part of us is still asking, is it really over now? Over the past 4 years, we learned more than what was written on the syllabus and who we are under pressure, how we respond to failure, and that time can heal most things. High school didn't just prepare us academically, it shaped our resilience, our character, and our perspective. Each of us has taken a different path to reach this stage. Some paths were carefully planned while others were rewritten along the way. Failure may feel like a setback, but it can bring you freedom, because if you never bleed, you're never going to grow. And truly, everything you lose is a step that you take. Along the way, some of us grew quietly. Some of us changed in ways no one could see. We learned that what felt like all time was momentary. We learned who shows up when things are hard and who doesn't. We learned that people throw rocks at things that shine, and that strength isn't about avoiding pain, but choosing to continue despite it. Sometimes we just have to shake it off and continue. We gave our blood, sweat, and tears to get here, and tonight isn't about one person's success, it's about all of ours. As the story of us closes, it's strange to think how much everything has changed. But maybe that's the point. We weren't meant to stay the same. We weren't meant to remain who we are at 15. We grow, not just older, but stronger. Now we step into a world that expects us to feel ready for it, as if the next chapter is clearly outlined. But if these 4 years have taught me anything, it's that the future doesn't come with guarantees. Tomorrow is just a mystery, and that's okay. It's not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Now that it's time to go and find our place in the world, I hope we promise ourselves to be dazzling, to get out our maps, pick somewhere and just run, to live for the hope of it all and chase our wildest dreams. Don't be afraid to jump and fall, and when you fall, I hope you have the courage to get back up. When things get hard, remember that happiness may not always look the way we imagined it would, but that doesn't mean it isn't waiting for us somewhere ahead. And anybody who knows me knows this speech wouldn't be complete without at least one Taylor Swift quote. So if you've been waiting for it, here it is. The scary news is you're on your own now. But the cool news is you're on your own now. And that's the beautiful part. We get to choose who we become. We get to write what comes next. And the independence is intimidating, but it's also ours. So hold on to the memories, they hold on to you. Long live the friendships, the lessons, and the late nights. Finally, I would like to give a special thank you to all the people who have helped me get here today. First, I want to thank God for guiding me every step of the way and giving me strength to reach this moment. Through every challenge and every success, my faith has reminded me to keep pushing forward. As Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. and that truth has carried me throughout this journey. Thank you to my friends, the ones who stayed through the chaos, who made the ordinary moments feel unforgettable, who turned stressful days into something almost enchanted. You remind me that being fearless isn't about being afraid, it's about believing in yourself when the future feels uncertain. Thank you, Amy, for being a part of the chapter that taught me some of the most important parts of my life. Sometimes people help you grow simply by showing you what you do or don't want to carry forward. For that clarity and for the growth that followed, I'm genuinely thankful. Thank you, my brother, who gets on my nerves, but you have always been one of my biggest cheerleaders. Thank you for sharing your fun facts and video games with me. Thank you to my amazing dad, whose support has shaped so much of my success. In moments like this, I realize how much your love has carried me forward. And finally, I want to thank my best friend, the woman who has given me my name in life's blood, my mom. Thank you for listening to all the drama, every doubt, and every dream. Thank you for teaching me hard lessons, standing beside me when I needed strength, and standing back and watching me shine. You never once made it feel like I couldn't do something, and that confidence is the reason I can stand here today. I'm not just up here because of grades. I'm here because of your sacrifices, your love, and the 18 years you spent making sure I had every opportunity. They say we reflect our parents, and I'm so blessed I get to reflect you. Thank you for being my rock, my guide, and my best friend. I'm proud to be your daughter, and I hope I continue to make you proud in everything I do. I'm forever thankful for the people who have impacted my life, and I know everyone sitting here could say the same thing about someone who has reached this stage. Here's to the new beginnings. May the future be as bright as the time we've shared together. Congratulations to the NCCA's class of 2026.
Hi, everybody. I'm Simone Stevens, and I'd like to introduce the commencement speaker for our class. Our commencement speaker is Michael Stevens, and Michael Stevens is a dynamic leader with over 25 years of experience in legal affairs, technology, human capital management, and transportation. As the Chief Executive Officer of America's favorite airport, he brings a track record of innovation, strategic leadership, and an unwavering commitment of excellence. A U.S. Air Force and Army veteran, he joined Tampa International Airport in 2015 as General Counsel and Executive Vice President. Overseeing information technology services, human resources and administration, government and community relations, risk management, and business diversity, his leadership has been instrumental in shaping TPA's strategic growth, operational resilience, and advancements in aviation security and emerging technologies. Before his tenure at TPA, Michael forged a distinguished career in public service and transportation. He served on active duty as captain and trial counsel in the U.S. Army Judge Advocate General's Corps, where he also appointed Special Assistant U.S. Attorney. Earlier, he served as an air traffic controller in the U.S. Air Force, gaining first-hand expertise in aviation and operations. Michael is a nationally recognized expert in cybersecurity, data privacy, and critical infrastructure protection, having testified twice before Congress on emerging threats. He has also played a pivotal role in navigating complex policy and regulatory landscape, setting new benchmarks for legal agreements in the aviation industry. He is a lifelong learner and forward-thinking executive. He is alumni of Harvard Business School Advanced Management Program. He also holds a Bachelor's of Art in International Relations from Morehouse College, a Master's of Arts in International Affairs from the School of International Service, American University, and a Juris Doctor from the Washington College of Law at American University. He is an active member of the Florida Bar Association of Corporate Counsel and is a graduate of Leadership Florida. Nationally, he serves the Policy Review Council for the American Association of Airport Executives and the Policy Council for Airports Council International. Beyond his professional achievements, he is committed to mentorship, community service, and inspiring the next generation of leaders. While his accomplishments and career are inspiring, what means the most to me is the way he has guided me personally, and I'm so thankful to call him my dad. Please welcome Mr. Michael Stevens.
Good evening, everyone. That was an awful lot, man. This is an exciting, exciting night. And I'm delighted to be here. Notwithstanding all the titles, I'm Simone's dad, and I'm honored to stand before you. To the leadership of North Tampa Christian Academy, Dr. Miller, to Mr. Gilliam, to the faculty, the staff, the parents, grandparents, family members, and friends, good evening to you. And most importantly, to the graduating class of 2026, congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause. You made it. You're here. Today, you are officially ready to start the boarding process for the next amazing journey of your life. But like any journey from any airport, there are some pre-departure announcements that I'm legally obligated to make. So, this is a big day. It's exciting, it's emotional, it's meaningful. For the graduates, this may feel like freedom. And for the parents like me, this feels like a miracle. Can I get an amen? And for the faculty and staff of North Tampa Christian, for you, this may feel like evidence that miracles really still do happen. Can I get a hallelujah back there? All right. And for the graduates who are thinking, finally, I'm grown. In fact, some of you, Simone, have been saying I'm grown for a while now. But let me gently say this. Low-key, being grown is overrated. So don't rush, because adulthood has a way of introducing itself sooner than you expect. It shows up as cell phone bills, car insurance, as Dr. Miller said, buying groceries, in that terrifying moment when someone expects you to make your own appointment. Or that really scary moment when somebody expects you to pay for your own gas. So now that we've gotten some of the pre-departure announcements out of the way, let's get down to why we are all here. I am truly honored to stand before you tonight for a couple of reasons. First, I'm honored to serve as the CEO of your airport, America's favorite and best airport. Give it up for Tampa International. Where every day I get to think about connecting people and helping them reach their destination. So tonight, I'm going to give you this from an aviation perspective. But before I do that, I'm even more proud to stand here as a parent, as a father who gets to see my daughter and her classmates graduate and take the next step in their journey. And that is deeply rewarding for me. I would try not to embarrass her too much. But as every parent in this room knows, that is one of the remaining rights and joys that we have left as parents, right? All right. So Simone, very seriously, I'm very proud of you and all of your classmates for reaching this milestone. Because today represents years of homework reminders, of late nights, of early mornings, of school events, of group projects, and Lord have mercy, as Dr. Gilliam said, tuition payments. But it also represents years of prayer, and sacrifice, and encouragement, correction, and love. This day is not just about a diploma. You're not simply finishing high school. Tonight, I want you all to think about your graduation as a departure point, where you are about to take off for the next destination in your life's journey. And as you heard in the introduction, I started my aviation career as an air traffic controller, fresh out of high school, not much older than you all are. My job was to guide planes and pilots and people safely to your destination. And guess what? That's my job tonight. So tonight, I want to offer you 5 rules of flight that will help guide you on your journey. Not because I have it all figured out. I assure you, I do not. Not because I took a perfect path. It definitely was not. But because I've lived long enough to learn that success is not just about talent or intelligence. It's about direction and discipline and resilience and character and faith that will allow you to soar. It's about the people that you are going to allow to travel with you. So, graduates, here are the 5 flight rules for the next season of your life. Flight rule number 1, choose your direction before the world chooses one for you. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying tonight you need to know your entire future. Some of you may know exactly what you want to do next. Some of you may know what your parents or others think you should do. And some of you may change directions 5 times between now and this time next year. And that's okay. You don't need to have your whole life mapped out, but you do need to have a general direction. You need a purpose. Because if you do not choose your direction in this life, the world will be happy to choose one for you. Distraction will choose one for you. It will take you left when you're trying to go right. Fear will choose a direction for you and have you breaking down just at that moment you should be about to break through. Social media and comparison will choose and have you going in circles trying to figure out who to follow. Heck, even your haters, the ops, will choose one for you if you aren't paying attention. And before you know it, someone else has filed the flight plan for your life, and you're just along for the ride. That is why choosing your direction is important, even if that direction is simply forward. You were created for a direction and a purpose. From my office, I get to watch planes taking off and landing nonstop, and there are 2 things that I can tell you all that I witness every day by watching it. First, no plane ever flies into the sky without moving forward. That's a basic principle of flight. Secondly, no pilot decides to just take off into the sky and say, hey, let's see what's going to happen once we get up here. You got to have a plan. There's preparation. There's communication. There's a crew. There's a destination. There's a flight plan. Now, plans change all the time. Weather changes. Turbulence happens. Timing changes. But your direction towards your destination matters. You may change majors. You may change careers. But each one of us has to take ownership of how we show up and what we pursue and whether or not we are going to decide to move forward. So I challenge you to ask yourself these questions. What type of person do you want to become? What are you allowing to shape you? Am I moving forward or am I just staying busy? It's easy for us to confuse motion with progress nowadays. You can be busy and stuck, or even worse, moving backwards. You can have a full schedule in no direction. You can have lots and lots of followers, but no one knows where they're going. Your life does not have to be perfectly mapped out, but it needs to be intentional and focused on moving forward. Flight rule number 2, check your baggage before you carry it into your future. Now, everybody understands baggage at an airport, right? Give me a show of hands if we understand baggage at an airport. All right. But some baggage is heavy. Some baggage costs extra. Some baggage slows you down. And some baggage, well, it should have never made it past security in the first place. But tonight, we're not talking about suitcases. We are talking about the baggage that we carry in our hearts, in our minds, in our habits. Some baggage is obvious. You know it's heavy. Unnecessary drama, insecurity, excuses, the habit of blaming others for what we're responsible for. That belief that somehow our past will always have the power to define our future. Procrastination. Now, I got to get a show of hands on this one, because I know this is not just these kids up here. Who in this room has ever waited for the last minute to study for an exam or assignment? I know all y'all better show your hands up. Come on now. All right, we're being honest in here. That is heavy baggage. But some baggage looks normal because we've carried it for so long. You get used to negative thoughts. You get used to comparisons and scrolling through social media, thinking so many people are doing it so much better than you. And if you're not careful, that old baggage can follow you into college, into work relationships, into leadership, and into your calling. So as you move into this next season, you have to decide, is the baggage going to help you fly, or is it going to weigh you down? You are going to grow up in a world where everyone's life looks edited. Everybody's vacation, their relationships, they feel and seem perfect. Everyone's success looks like it's instant. But do not compare your real life to someone else's highly edited and filtered life. Do not compare your beginnings to someone else's middle, and do not compare your calling to someone else's camera angle. Because character is built when nobody's clapping. Discipline is built when no one's watching. Faith is built when the answer has not yet arrived. And wisdom is when you learn from your mistakes instead of hiding from them. So before you rush into the next phase of your journey, check your baggage. Leave behind what does not belong in your future. Because where you're going, you are going to need room for what the Creator and your gifts want to place into your life next. Flight rule number 3, expect occasional turbulence on your journey. Now, this one may be one of the most important things that I say tonight. Turbulence is not failure. It's a feature, and it's a part of your flight. Every person in this room has and will face turbulence. You will face disappointment, loneliness. You will face moments where your path does not look like everybody else's. When the moments come, remember this, that turbulence and failure is not proof that you're not called. It's often a part of the process that prepares you for your calling. A pilot doesn't turn around every time the air gets a little bumpy or rough. They communicate, they trust their training, they keep moving forward and flying. And that's how turbulence helps build resilience. And resilience is not pretending that everything is fine, that nothing hurts. It's not ever being afraid. And turbulence teaches us, in fact, how to deal with fear. F-E-A-R. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. These are choices that you all are going to have to make about how you show up. Turbulence may shake you, but you can get through. Now, at a critical moment in my life, I had a similar challenge of turbulence, and it helped change my direction. I had a teacher named Miss Crawford. I was failing out of high school and didn't have any direction. And at some point, she told me that I had to decide to do the work. She encouraged me, but she could not decide for me. She could not tell me who I should become. She could point me to the runway, but I still had to move and take off under my own power. That decision changed my life. I went on to serve in the military, college, graduate school. But hear me clearly. This is not the point of look at what I've become. The point is this: turbulence made me more resilient. Turbulence may shake you, but it does not have to stop you. Because if you keep going forward, I promise you, eventually, you will break through the clouds and see clear skies. Flight rule number 4. At Tampa International, every successful journey depends on more than the person sitting in the cockpit. It depends on air traffic controllers, maintenance teams, the custodian teams, other people that many of us never even see. And the journey succeeds because preparation, trust, and discipline and teamwork of the crews comes together. Now, what is important for you to understand? Because in this life, none of us can get to where we're going on our journey without someone else. We need help. We need people. So you need to know the characteristics of the people that you travel with. And the key is a simple rule. And listen well. Some people are passengers, and some people are partners. You have to understand the difference. And this is critical because as you move into adulthood, you got to choose your crew wisely. Now, stay with me on this, y'all. Not everybody who wants a seat on your plane is qualified to help you reach your destination. The wrong people can distract you. They can drain your fuel. Some people only want the benefits of being on the ride. They like the comfort. They like the access, the fun, the convenience. But when preparation gets hard, they disappear. When locking in is required, they complain. When correction is needed, they get offended. And when sacrifice is necessary, they want you to change your route. Those are the passengers. And passengers are not always bad people. Many of them really just want to chill with you. Some passengers will introduce you to shortcuts and distractions and things disguised as entertainment and excuses and comparisons and low expectations because they want you to be comfortable with them. Now, comfort is not always bad, but when comfort becomes the goal, your growth starts to slow down and it can quickly turn into a cage if you're not careful. Now, the right people, your partners, they'll challenge you. They'll pray for you. They'll encourage and correct you. They will support and celebrate you. They will tell you the truth, and they will help you become what you were called to be. So, class of 2026, here are a few cheat codes for you that I put together to help you know the types of people that you're traveling with. Passengers will say, "Why are you working so hard?" Partners, they'll say, "Keep going, bro. I see what you're going. I see what you're becoming." Passengers will say to you, "Everybody does it." Partners will say, "That may be true, but that's not who you are." Passengers will enjoy the ride. Partners will help you on your journey. And graduates, many of your partners are in this room tonight. So everybody's been giving rounds of applause for you, but I want you all, class of 2026, to join me in a round of applause for the partners who are parents. Come on now. For the partners who are parents, who are grandparents, who are teachers, who are coaches, school leaders, friends, the people who prayed on you, even when you didn't know that you were being prayed for. This is the type of crew that you will need. Passengers are not the people. Partners are who you need to travel with. People who tell you with love to build you up without trying to break you down. People who strengthen you and remind you of your purpose. These are the characteristics of a good crew member. And remember this, because where you're going to need more than convenient company on your journey. You will need a crew to help you climb. Flight rule number 5, and this is the final rule, and it may be the foundation for all others. Let faith, character, and purpose guide your journey. Purpose is our compass. Character is your flight plan when no one is watching. And faith is what keeps you going when the route is unclear. You are graduating from a school that is giving you information. They've given you education. North Tampa Christian Academy has poured academically into, yes, but they also invested in your leadership, in your service, your fortitude, your character, and your faith. Those things matter because success, as someone said earlier, is not about titles and money. It's not about followers or status. Success is about becoming the kind of person who can be trusted. Trusted with opportunity and responsibility. Trusted with the gifts and the talents that God has placed in your life. Because you are meant to serve something bigger. Some of the most powerful impacts happen quietly in acts of service that nobody posts online, in decisions to do the right thing when nobody's watching. That's character. Talent may open the door, but character determines what you do when you walk through it. You will have moments when you have done all that you know to do, but you gotta trust that the Creator has what you cannot control taken care of. That is where your faith matters. It's not a slogan or some, funny affirmation. It is a real anchor, a real compass. So as you leave this place, do not ask what's next. Ask, who do I want to become? Do not just ask, how far can I go? Ask, who can I serve along the way? Do not just ask, what is the Creator calling me to do? Trust the Creator that He has already authored your purpose. In just a few minutes, you will walk across this stage. The next journey of your destination awaits you. But after the ceremony, life continues. And the question will be for all of us, how will you choose to travel in the days and the years after the ceremony ends? When you are tempted to settle for comfort over your calling, keep moving. When you make a mistake, learn from it, move forward. When you are tired, rest, but do not quit. Keep going. And when you start to rise, reach back. And when you finally begin to fly high, do not forget the people who helped you get off of the ground. And if you remember these 5 flight rules, I promise you, your journey will be extraordinary. So now, as we prepare for departure, Class 2026, remember that you are loved, you are capable. You are not made to stay on the ground and are just getting started. You have been prepared for more than this moment. You have been prepared for a life of faith, a life of service, of leadership, of fortitude, of character. So travel light. Choose your crew well and listen wisely. And keep moving forward. And now, by the power vested in me, as the Chief Executive Officer of America's favorite airport, yes, North Tampa Christian Academy, Class of 2026, congratulations. You are now cleared for takeoff. May God bless you, guide your journey, help you soar, and use your life for something greater than you could ever imagine. Thank you.
Good evening. It is my privilege to give you just a little bit of information about this special group of people up here. This is always one of my most favorite times of the whole year. They don't allow me up in front of people very often at NTCA, so graduation is my time to share with you a little bit of information about the graduates. I've been the academic principal at North Tampa Christian Academy since 2019. I've seen this group of students grow, develop, mature, and they are an amazing group of young people. I have so many things to tell you. You're gonna have to wait just a second for your takeoff, okay? If I needed to describe this group in just a few words, I know we hear these on podcasts, we hear them on self-help videos. This group is involved in what the culture and community has developed into at NTCA. I don't know what they're gonna do next year with you guys not being there. You've been amazing. They're dedicated. They're dedicated to their academics, and you're gonna see that in just a second. They're dedicated to the things that have brought passion to their lives. It's amazing what these people are doing besides just getting good grades. They've persevered. Remember the mask days way back when? They lived through that. They were little middle school kids, and they survived. I'm very proud of each of them. And they have grit. This class is one of the best classes that I have had the opportunity to mentor and to guide through in my time here at North Tampa Christian Academy. I think it's amazing that one of the students started with Mrs. Wyatt in kindergarten. That is so cool. And one of your former teachers, for those of you who started in the 6th grade, Mrs. Castle and her husband are here too. That's amazing. Are there any other former staff, administrators that are here to encourage this group? That's amazing. You have a lot of people that love you. Thank you, teachers, for what you've done. 3 of this group, when the doors opened in 2018, were part of the 5th grade class. I think it was Daciel, Riel, and Katarina were the ones who started in the 5th grade. That's awesome. This year, the class welcomed 3 new people, and we were happy that they joined us because they're all a little height challenged, I think, but Bryce, Heimer, and Brady, they're part of the basketball team. They are the tallest. They are the tallest in the class. We have 16 students that have been at North Tampa Christian Academy for all 4 years of their high school. One of our graduates is actually completing high school in 2 years. Esther, that is amazing. Some of the clubs that the seniors have either participated in this year or have actually created. Many of our students were part of the medical club. There was an eco or ecology environmental club. There was a creative club. There was a first priority where the group of students met together and prayed together, and campus ministries. Our students have been involved in campus life. It's awesome, and they've done a great experience. They've been a great experience, and they have given a high level of achievement that next classes are going to have to work hard to reach. Where have some of these students been accepted to? One of our students has been accepted to the University of Florida. That's awesome. We have 2 students that will be attending the University of Massachusetts. Auburn, Bethune-Cookman University, Florida State University, University of Tampa, University of South Florida, University of Central Florida, Southeastern University, University of Miami, Florida Atlantic University, St. Leo University, Stetson, Andrew, Alverno Universities, University of Rochester, Trinity College of Florida. 2 of our students are going to Santa Fe College. And then we have the colleges and universities that our Adventist students some have visited and some have been also accepted there. Southern Adventist University, Union, Oakwood, Walla Walla, Andrews. We have also some students that are looking at going to Pasco Hernando State College and Hillsborough Community College. That's not all of them. Those are just the major ones. It's amazing. We have a great group of seniors here. What kind of majors are they going to pursue? We have 2 students that want to become education majors. Yay, we need you. Education people, we need you. You almost have a job when you graduate. We need you. In business, we have students that are looking to go into finance, business administration, criminal justice, political science, biology, pre-med, clinical professions, biochemistry, animation, and we have one who's choosing to go to trade school and become an electrician. Thank you, Mackenzie. We need that. Now, as we look at some of the extracurricular activities, 10 of our students, I think, have participated in theater, handbells, choir throughout their high school experience. A few weeks ago, our athletic department celebrated the students that were involved in varsity team sports. We have women's volleyball, basketball, and flag football participants. We have men's soccer, men's basketball, men's volleyball, and co-ed golf. So we have quite a few of our group that have been involved in organized sports and have represented NTCA. There is a special group of athletes that have not received much recognition during their high school years. And I want to spend a little bit of time with them and honor them. NTCA, coming out of COVID, provided a flexible education experience, and these individuals took advantage of it. These individuals were able to pursue sports and activities that they were passionate about. Within this group, we have students that are competing not only within the state of Florida, but are involved in U.S. competitions at the regional and state levels, and also are competing globally. Within this group, NTC has been proud to work with a competitive dancer, a gymnast, 2 tennis players, a golfer, and a soul rodeo champion. Sophia was a competitive dance team member for 12 years. She has placed first place in the Revel Nationals in 2025, and for multiple years was first place at the Revel Regionals since 2023. And she's participated in many of our theater performances also. Did I say Revel right? Revel? Okay. Amin has signed with Louisiana Tech, which is a D1 school, to play golf in the fall. This year, he has won 2 tournaments in Florida, and in 2026, he competed at the All-Africa Junior Golf Team Championship in Kenya, where he finished 6th overall and posted back-to-back rounds of 71 in the 2nd and 3rd rounds of competition. In 2025, he won the 2025 Pan-Arab Junior Championship in Egypt, where he secured the title in a playoff. And he is part of the Moroccan junior national team. I mean, wow. Hayden is part of the USAG Gymnastics, levels 7 through 9. She is a state and regional level champion. She's a 3-time regional qualifier, a 4-time state qualifier, and she's part of the top 100 at level 7. She's first place regional all-around champion, first place regional beam champion, and first place all-around in a level 9 international competition. And in her spare time, she happens to get a little bit of studying done as she's valedictorian, and she has also completed over 30 college credits during her high school experience. Amazing. Haley also competes. She is part of the Junior USTA tournament at level 3 through 6, and again is one of our top academic students. Sarah plays both singles and doubles on the International Tennis Tour. This year, she made semifinals in January in Martinique, double finals in Mexico. She's also won local tournaments at IMG in February, and she's played in Tunisia and will represent her home country, Curacao, in the Pan American Games in July and December of this year. Amazing. I think she ranks in the national, in the 600 range, so if you're into tennis, that's really good, really good. Bryce, besides being a basketball player, in his spare time, he participates in the Southeastern Circuit and is a first-time champion in the South Florida Soul Rodeo. He competes in steer wrestling and shoot dogging. That's amazing. In June, he's actually competing up in Ocala, right? Right. I'm going to come and see you. This is cool. Academics. I told you, I have a lot to talk about. I'm like a proud mom, so you got to give me the time. Nobody's going to take the microphone away from me. NTCA has started an emergency medical responder certificate program. 3 of our students, Sophia Jones, Hayden Anderton, and Jade Estrada, have received those certificates and will be sitting for a national test in a few weeks. These 3 individuals, over the course of their high school career, have completed the AHA BLS CPR and First Aid, the CERT certification, seizure recognition, and first aid certification, and have performed over 30 hours of shadowing and observation hours at various healthcare facilities, including Advent Health and Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. Amazing. Eight of our students participated in dual enrollment this year and took college writing. And we also have 3 other students that have participated with Pasco Hernando and USF. Sophia has completed 12 college credits. Haley has completed 18. And as I said earlier, Hayden has completed, I think, 36 credits. Amazing. We have 2 individuals that have spent time taking other kinds of certifications during their high school. Destiny participated in an early childhood certification, which is a certification that preschool teachers have to take when they're going to be a full teacher at a local preschool. And Rael has done 3 programs. She has a certification by the Florida Massage and Beauty Institute for esthetician program. And last summer, she went to Harvard and participated in their Harvard Student Agency's Pre-Med Anatomy and Physiology Academy program, and also their Biochemistry Molecules to Medicine program. These kids are busy. You see the different cords that these students are wearing. Silver cords represents those who have achieved a 3.5 to a 3.74 cumulative GPA. That's Amin, Daciel, Destiny, and Caden. Awesome. The gold cords represent a 3.75 to a 3.99. Jade, Ernest, Alex, McKinson, Brady, and Jake. Congratulations on achieving that. And the maroon cords represents those students who have over 4.0 GPAs. Sophia, Haley, Hayden, Camden, Oren, and Esther. Awesome. So I'm going to move now into the next area of scholarships and awards. Every single student has received a scholarship from Oakwood University, and they are providing over $737,000 of scholarship money to our seniors. I'm not going to list all of that off, so it's just there. Southern Adventist University is providing our seniors over $360,000. Walla Walla University is providing a scholarship to Destiny over $55,000. Amazing. Our top 5 scholarship recipients this year. This is dealing with what they have accomplished academically, but also athletically. Heimer has a full ride to the university that he's going to, University of Massachusetts, for basketball. And you see his height, you'll see why. Besides, he's excellent on the court. Adriana has over $318,000 worth of scholarship from St. Leo University, Daytona State, Penn State, Southern, and Oakwood. Both Jake Zayas and Hayden Anderton have $278,000 worth of scholarship at the colleges that they've applied to. Brady Simmons has $150,000 for the school that he's applied to and been accepted. And Haley has received $126,500 for her tennis scholarships from the University of Rochester, Southern Adventist University, and Oakwood. So right now, as of today, and this number changes, this class is worth over $2.6 million worth of scholarship. I'm proud of all of them. Every single one of them is very, very special. In the state of Florida, there are 2 special scholarships that anybody can apply to based on GPA, College Board tests, and community service. The Florida Bright Future Academic Scholar receives 100% of tuition paid for 4 years with the books and fees paid for 4 years at any college or university in Florida. Haley and Orrin both received and will receive the Bright Future Academic Scholarship. Amazing. The Florida Bright Future Medallion Scholar will receive 75% of tuition and books paid for 4 years of college at any college or university in Florida. Sophia, Hayden, and Brady have already received their eligibility for that scholarship. Congratulations. I do want to acknowledge one student that came back and took one more SAT test, and he will also be eligible for the Bright Future Medallion Scholarship, Caden Selvey. Awesome. At this time, there's 2 individuals that are going to be handing out some scholarships and awards, and then I'll be back.
Good evening. Congratulations, graduates. I know some of you. How many of you know me? You know me. Congratulations to me. You know, I remember, my name is Brad Castle. I'm the Vice President for Pastoral Ministries of the Florida Conference Seventh-day Adventists. We work with NTCA. And actually, I worked with them before I did this job. Some of you know me out there. I remember when we were praying and asking God to give us guidance on where we could put the new school. We went from place to place all around Tampa. We were praying over land. Is it here, Lord? Is it here, Lord? And it seemed like we were running into roadblocks left and right. And then came this piece of land on County Line Road. And it is there that we prayed. And it is there that God provided this beautiful school. Praise God. And so we're here today to celebrate our graduates, and we're also here to celebrate the Lord's goodness. With their diplomas and with all of the other scholarships that these bright young men and women are receiving, they will also be receiving from our administration of the Florida Conference Bibles. And each one of these Bibles have their names written on the front. So each one of you will have that, because as we talk about a roadmap in your life, I believe that God has a special purpose for each and every one of you. And I do believe that the Bible has a special place in that roadmap. And so we're going to give that to each one of these graduates. And also, we have a special scholarship that we give out to those who apply. It's a scholarship to one of our universities. It's in what we call the Southern Union, Southern Adventist University. And so there's going to be a special person who has applied for this scholarship and has been awarded this. And this comes from the Florida Conference of the Seventh-day Adventists. And that will be a $3,000 scholarship to any, actually, Adventist university of your choice. That's all over North America. And this scholarship goes to Katerina Morales. Congratulations, Katerina. May God bless you. May God bless all of the graduates and also this beautiful school, the parents, the teachers who made this possible. Take care.
Good evening. What a privilege it is to stand here before such an amazing group of young people. Each year, North Tampa Christian Academy seeks to find innovative methods to get our students involved in reaching out to the community, both locally and globally. Each year, the North American Division of Seventh-day Adventists provides an honor, scholarship, and engraved Bible to one high school junior or senior in each of the high schools operated in partnership with them. Today, the Caring Heart Award, sponsored by the North American Division, is giving recognition to Azriel Gonzaga. Please come forward. She is one of NTCA's juniors anticipating graduating next May of 2027 for her demonstrated personal commitment to making the world a better place and sharing the love of God. You are being recognized with this award today. So Azriel, we are happy to share with you the engraved Bible and scholarship that may be used next year at NTCA. Congratulations.
We're about ready to load the plane. You guys ready? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, they're gonna. This is why we're here. So it is my privilege to have the first row. Please stand up as we present the diplomas. Sophia Nord Jones, going to Florida State University. Yes. Jade Amaya Estrada, Common Sense School of Midwifery in Orlando. Haley Koo Minin, attending University of Rochester. Ileani Maria Hinoa Rosario, attending Hillsborough Community College. Amin Elamari Herrera, attending Louisiana Tech. He did it, Mom. He did it. Hayden Lynn Anderton, University of Florida. Julius Alfonso Arden, attending Hillsborough Community College. Daciel Alexander Borges, attending Hillsborough Community College. Destiny Renee Burgess, attending Trinity College of Florida. Adriana Vivian Butsky, attending St. Leo University. Himir Gamaliel Helgeson, attending University of Massachusetts, Amherst. Ernest Jeremiah Kilowa, attending Florida Atlantic University. Riel Lourdes LeBron, attending University of Massachusetts, Boston. Alexandria Jasmine Ann McDonald, attending Southeastern University. Okay, first row sit down, second row stand. McKinson Hubert Manelis, pursuing trade school to become an electrician. Katerina Sofia Morales, attending Hillsborough Community College. Camden Nathaniel Nicholson, attending University of South Florida. Sarah Victoria Majesty Nita, attending Pasco Hernando State College. Oren Owasami, attending University of South Florida. Lara Sayad Ribeiro, attending University of South Florida in the future. Kaden Alijan Selby, attending University of Tampa. Brady Nath Simmons, attending University of Central Florida. Simone Amelia Stevens, attending Hillsborough Community College. Esther Stoika, attending Stetson University. Rodrigo Alonso Torres Hayes, attending St. Leo University. Bryce Chayton White, attending Santa Fe College.
I'm proud of you.
Congratulations. Jake Waldo Zayas, attending Santa Fe College. Front row, go ahead and stand up. It is my privilege to present to you the graduating class of North Tampa Christian Academy, the class of 2026, and our next alumni group. 2026 alumni, we welcome you to real life.
Congratulations to all my classmates, and now if you guys would bow your heads and close your eyes for a closing prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for bringing us to this moment. Thank you for the lessons, memories, and growth that have shaped us. As we move forward, guide our steps, give us courage, and help us to stay true to who we are. Let us carry kindness and purpose into everything we do. Bless our futures and keep us connected, no matter where life takes us. In your name we pray. Amen. Congratulations.